better that we do on high school campuses or anyone that works in a school than honor student athletes or students in general for their accomplishments. It's one of the most rewarding, most gratifying things that we do. So it's exciting for us to all be here. Obviously, with individual success comes team success. So the coaches and the teammates of these student athletes are to be commended for a job well done. And as everyone in here knows, it's not just about success athletically. In order to get an opportunity to play at the next level, your grades have to be in order. And each one of these young men have always kept their grades in order. And to you younger student athletes, remember that. Because you could be sitting up here next year, 2-3 years down the road. One of the first things they'll talk about, Coach, can we see their transcript? Because they have to make sure that when they invest that scholarship in you, that you're capable of doing the work academically. And what I would like to remind you guys of is athletics may last another 3 to 4 years. Some of you may get an opportunity professionally. If you do, that typically only lasts 3 to 4 years. But your education will last a lifetime. So getting that education is important. And always honorably represent your family, school, and community in all that you do. All right, we wish you the best. We'll have the coaches come up and share some comments on each of the athletes. And we'll finish with the guys signing and some photos.
My name is Magee. I'm the offensive coordinator for the football team and girls soccer coach. 4 years ago, I stood in the weight room in the field house while our incoming 9th grade football players, they were 8th graders at the time, began their all-season weight training program. And while Coach Barber and I stood in the middle of the weight room and talked about our vision for the incoming class, I distinctly remember there being one kid who almost spent more time engaging with us as coaches than he did engaging with the other players. He had a very gregarious personality. He always asked how we were doing when he came in the room, never missed the opportunity to do that, and he seemed to enjoy having adult conversations more than the typical idle chatter that you hear between the kids in the weight room. And I remember thinking, what's wrong with this kid? No, I'm just joking today. I did not think what's wrong with this kid. The young man I'm talking about was obviously Jaylin. And what I actually remember is being struck by how mature he was at 13, 14 years old. Now, make no mistake, he was passionate, sometimes a little too passionate. So often our greatest strengths can also be our greatest weaknesses. So Jaylin and I, along with many other people I'm sure, have had many conversations about having control of your emotions, particularly in a competitive environment. And he's learned to do that. You see, that's probably, as coaches, the most amazing thing that we get to do. We get to see young people grow. And particularly at the high school level, when we have them for 4 years and so much opportunity for growth is presented to them, we get a complete picture of who they were when they came to us versus who they are when they leave. I can honestly say that I am proud of the man Jaylin has evolved into over the course of his 4 years here. When I think of the name Jaylin Magee, the word that comes to mind is passion. I've already mentioned it once before in this speech. Jaylin is as passionate a person as you will ever meet. He's passionate about his sport, sure, but that passion isn't reserved for his sport alone. He carries that same energy over to every aspect of his life, no matter what he does, but particularly in his interactions with other people. When his time at FHS comes to an end, and he goes on to bigger and better things, that's what I will remember the most about him. I believe that's the battery. That's what I'll remember the most about him. Because it's more about the man than he is than it is anything else. And Coach PJ is his coach, but I wanted to attest a little bit to his character because I've known him a little bit longer. His accomplishments in powerlifting speak for themselves. I mean, look at him. He could probably bench press me 25 times. But here are just a few of his accomplishments in the sport. He was the 2021 USA Powerlifting National Champion, 2022 IPF runner-up, 2022 LHSAA Regional Champion, and he has 15 first-place medals in competition. He's worked extremely hard for this opportunity, and I'm incredibly proud of it, as are we all. His signing today is a great accomplishment, but far more than anything else, I value Jaylin Magee as a person. That speaks volumes more than any other words of mine could express. Congratulations, Jay.
I'm gonna be quick. Coach Matt did the heavy lifting for me because he knows Jaylin longer than me. So in these few short months that I've known him, great kid. Come to work every single day. Don't complain. Work hard. Do extra. Sometimes he'll come down with our $7. He'll do that lift and then go to the gym. Great leader. Great student athlete. A great example of all the young athletes out there. All right. You need to follow him every single day, see what he do every single day, and he gonna show you the way to be a great student athlete. That's all I gotta say now. Congratulations.